Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day. So today what we're going to talk about is retirees and how a lot of them are being forced to go back to work. Some of them, are volunteering to go back to work. They just want to get out and do something, but some of them are just being forced to go back. And how this whole thing came up was I was at the supermarket and I was noticing, the person bagging the groceries, were a lot older. And I'm talking about 70, 75. I'm not saying it's old, but I'm talking about, the retirement age. And I noticed it the next day, a few different people. And then I went to Walmart and I noticed some people that should be in retirement are working. I went to Home Depot, same thing. There was a couple of people, I believe they were retirement age. I'm not saying I'm young, and it's great. If they just want to go back to work, that's fine. But I decided to do a little bit of research into this, and then there was a lot of articles talking about people have to get home back because of a lot of different reasons. And that's what we're going to talk about today. A lot of people are leaving retirement, not because they want to, it's because they have to. So let's get started and talk about it. And do me a favor, comment below if you're in retirement age and you're thinking about going back to work. Why? Is it because you just want to get out and do something, or is it because of the cost of everything and you have to? In the meantime, do me a favor, consider subscribing. It greatly helps. So let's get started. Okay, one of the main reasons, obviously, is inflation. Everything costs so much more. So I know they're saying inflation's down from, down to like 3.5%, but that's what the prices were a year ago. Okay, so when they're saying, hey, inflation is at 3%, 4%, they're comparing to prices from 12 months ago. But realistically, if you're comparing inflation to prices, what they were 3 years ago when inflation was low, prices are still up. And some items, 20, 25%, if not more. Think about it. Everything. Gas, car insurance, homeowners insurance. I could keep going. So one of the biggest issues that retirees are having, and it's not just retirees, it's everybody, every age group, everybody's having it. And I know the media says, hey, inflation's under control, and a lot of people do say things are great, but you notice it when you go to the supermarket. Like today, my wife's like, hey, could you stop by Taco Bell and just pick me up a chicken burrito? No problem. It was $6. I remember last time I got it, it was like $3 and change, and now it was $6 for a chicken burrito. So is going to Taco Bell and going to McDonald's, a luxury now? Is it cheaper to, eat at home and just cook your own food? You guys tell me, comment below. I really need to know if some retirees are watching this video and they're thinking about, going back to work. The reason, is it to get out of the house? Is it because of inflation? What's the reasons? Another reason why a lot of people are being forced to go back to work is because of healthcare cost. All right? Insurance is not covering everything like it used to. Medicare, Medicaid, you still, one health scare, one test, everything. Like, just to have a colonoscopy, that I know somebody that just had one, they had great insurance. It was, it's not like they had something wrong with them. It was just preventative care. And they got a bill for like $3,000. And they have good insurance. So healthcare costs could really force a lot of people to go back to work. So what I did is I looked at some articles online saying, hey, is anybody writing about this? And they were. So check this out. Okay, here's one article. Retirees forced to return to work as inflation eats into savings is just not enough. Here's another one. 1 in 6 retirees are considered returning to work, and how remote work can help. Yeah, a lot of retirees saying, hey, remote work, I'll work from the house, what are answering phones, doing some computer work. Here's another one. Inflation is pushing many older Americans into unretirement. Okay, following 3 years of elevated inflation, 30% of retirees say they're considering working a temporary job between 1 and 3 shifts per week, according to a new report from the Indeed Flex, a job search app. Many of these people are worried about outliving their retirement savings. It's true. A lot of people are living longer. So, since they're living longer, their money's running out before basically they run out. So that's a big thing. Here's another problem that some of the retirees are having. Okay, some of them want to downsize, and some of them don't want to use up all their cash, so they're taking out a mortgage, which is fine. So they have a fixed income, most of them, and they budget. So they're saying, okay, I got a 30-year fixed loan or a 15-year or whatever they have. They know that's a fixed rate. And a lot of them are moving into condos and townhouses with an HOA. So they're moving in there and they're budgeting for the homeowners association fees, insurance, everything's great. They could afford it. They worked it out of the budget. Then they move in there, and then 2-3 months later, they have a special assessment. So now their HOA fees, homeowner association fees, is $300 a month. And then, because of the special assessment, it goes from $300 to $700 or $800, especially here in Florida with the things that's happening with condos. And we'll talk about that in a different video, and we did. But now their budget, their fixed income budget, is blown out the door. So now they can't afford to live there anymore, and they just moved there, and not no fault of their own, but their homeowners insurance went up. Everything went up on them, the living cost. And it's not just the HOA fees, it's insurance, taxes, electricity, water, all that stuff goes up, and that's not in their control. Even if they put it in the budget, a cushion in there for increases, some of the increases are drastic. So no, they can't afford it anymore, and now they're forced to go back to work. How many of you ran into this situation? So I met another person that was retiring, and they had a house. They didn't have a mortgage or anything. Their problem was, they told me, was they were living off the Social Security, and they had like a pension or benefits from their old employment. They got a letter in the mail. For some reason, that went away. I have no idea what happened. I did not ask. But now they had a budget with their Social Security plus their pension or any benefits that they had. Now that went away, that's it. They're in trouble. Right away, they were in trouble because they had it worked out that they could do it every month until the pension went away. So they were forced to go back to work. And literally, they told me they're going to go back to work at Walmart, which is not a bad thing if you want to, but they're being forced. They didn't want to. From these articles, some retirees are just afraid of the economic downturn. They don't feel comfortable. A lot of people don't feel comfortable. It's not just the retirees. Everybody that I talk to, they don't feel right. They don't feel right about the economy and the direction it's going in. So what they want to do is they want to build a little cushion. So they want to go back to work so they could save a little bit of money, especially since everybody's living longer, and just to build the cushion just in case there is an economic downturn. They have some extra money. I met another retiree, that went back to work, and they wanted to go back to work. It wasn't for them. It was for their children. Their children needed help, and their grandchildren needed help. So they're like, you know what? Instead of me sitting around doing nothing all day, doing some gardening and this and that, I'll get out, and I want to, they said I want to go out, and I'll make some extra money and help them out. So that's pretty cool, But it might not be for the retiree. It might be for extended family or sons, daughters, grandkids. Think about that one. And I know some retirees just want to go get a part-time job just to socialize with people. Because, like me, if I stay in my house, too long, I go stir crazy. So I'm a kind of person that I need to be around people, and doing home inspections, it works out pretty well because I'm around people all day and I get to talk to everybody. But some retirees are just going back to work just to have some social interactions. And I think that's a big thing too. Just like social interaction, you have some mental stimulation, like you get your brain thinking if you're doing a job, and you have to concentrate a little bit too. Some people just need that too. So I guess that goes with, socializing, talking to people. Some people just have to go back to work because something happened to their spouse, and they passed away, or, and they lose their Social Security, and now they don't have two Social Securities, they have one. And maybe that one Social Security is not enough to support them. So now that they lost a spouse, they have to go back to work. Not that they want to, but they have to. My basic point is, because of how everything is turning out and how people feel uneasy about the economy and inflation, I really don't run into a lot of people saying things are great. I'm honest with you guys. I don't run into anybody who says that. So I think that people are worried, and I think a lot of them feel like they have to go back to work before it's too late. Because even getting a job, it might be more difficult. And not only this, but now that a lot of retirees are joining the workforce, those jobs might have been for the young people going into the workforce. You see what I mean? So there might be a problem, a conflict, not enough jobs for everybody that wants a job, and I know a lot of people saying, oh, unemployment's really low. But listen, a lot of those jobs are government jobs, and a lot of those jobs are part-time jobs when they report those numbers. I know a lot of people that got laid off, and I know a lot of people are looking for jobs, and it's been a while now, and they still haven't found a job. So take what you hear with a grain of salt, because, dive deeper into the numbers of the unemployment numbers. What do you guys think? Do you think that, a lot of people are being forced back into the workforce because they have to, or because they want to, or what do you think of these articles? Do you think they're just, blowing smoke? But I think it's true, because just from what I see, going to Home Depot, going to Walmart, going to Target, pretty much everywhere I'm going now, I see somebody that's in the retirement age. Seems like they're working there. Well, that's today's video. Do me a favor, comment below. Tell me what you guys think. And I'll catch you on the next one. And please don't forget to subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. And watch the next video. It should be right here. Speak to you soon. Bye.